There's a lot of good points that has been made, and so I'm not going to go through and rehash some of those things, but I do want to make a couple of things, which to me seems very interesting, and that is, it's more of a parallel. It seems like we're having the same situation going through this process that we did with the pension. With the pensions, we, for years and years and years, we kept kicking the can down the road and not addressing the problem, not going after an aggressive approach in order to help shore up our pension plans. Now we're in the same situation when it comes to unemployment. What are we going to do? We got an antiquated tax system. You know, we're last in quite a few different things, and so we've got to start somewhere. And I think it's said on many occasions that this is not the best. This may not be the best bill, but it's a start in the right process to get people back employed. And I think the gentleman from Bullitt County is correct. This is a try to get people back employed. Try to get them to workforce type of employment. And that's what I think this is trying to do. So keep in mind that I don't want to go down and keep kicking the can down the road. We're going to have to basically try to find a solution to do that. And the gentleman from McLaughlin, I was with you in terms of the rural jobs. And I understand and I hear you. And I'd like to ask the gentleman for Bullitt County to go into the Senate to try to find a solution for you since it came so quickly in this process, because I think it'd be a good solution. And then, by the way, I like what you did in that floor amendment, but the workforce, not the workforce, but the work share, it's too complex in order to make a quick decision. So I think hopefully the sponsor can go and work with the Senate to help address your situation, because I definitely feel for you where you're coming from. One thing we haven't talked about, I believe, is that we talk about business. But you know what? There's another segment in business called nonprofits. And I'm telling you what, I run a nonprofit center, and I'm getting squeezed. I get downward pressure from reimbursement rates for providing mental health services, and I'm getting upward pressure because of the rates that I have to pay employees to come that I can try to find. So I am getting squeezed, and it's very, very difficult in order to stay afloat. And I've talked to several nonprofits, in fact one today, about ready to close because they're getting squeezed. Some of these provisions in this bill is going to help alleviate that and try to find some money so those nonprofits can take those money that they save and reinvest into their services and reinvest into their personnel. Be mindful of nonprofits. It's not all about profit-oriented, because I've run several and owned several profit-oriented businesses. But being on the nonprofit side for the 6 years, even though I've been on the several boards on the nonprofit, but running one, it gives you a deeper appreciation and a very strong eye-opening experience in terms of really trying to make things come together. And so even though the provisions might be small, it's significant for a nonprofit. So please keep that in mind. Mr. Speaker, the only thing I want to add is that I have talked to several businesses, like my friend from Jefferson 33, as well as my friend from Scott County, in terms of talking to a lot of these businesses. And these businesses, profit and nonprofit, are having a very difficult time in terms of trying to make sure that the money and the time that they spent in trying to find somebody and people not showing up, it's been very, very difficult. It's really taken a lot of their time and effort to try to get back to providing those mental health services or child care services and so forth. So I would like for y'all just to be mindful that, yes, we still have an opportunity, if this comes out, to go to the Senate to try to work on the gentleman McLaughlin's issues and concerns. But we need to move something, and we need to quit kicking the can down the road and start moving these things forward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.